Welcome back to D.Gray Anime Review, special number 5. Yeah, it's about frickin' time this chapter came out. I keep wondering though, a lot of people probably think that why the heck does this series take so frickin' long to come out? Well, it's published in a magazine that comes out once every 3 months. The last chapter came out in January. Yes, it's kind of irritating for a series since publishing since 2003. Yes, a series publishing for 16 years and it's only published, get this, 234 chapters. Wow, it's like, why couldn't the series be monthly? Why every 3 months? No idea. This one I'm talking about the new chapter manga, chapter 234, saying goodbye to AW, The Watcher. Chapter starts off with one of the Noahs crying. Yeah, I don't remember. I think this is supposed to be Marion, I think his name is. Yeah. So we see Mana doing his clown act, just clowning around. We see one of the Noahs watching him. The thing with Mana is they're reveal in this area he's a traveling clown. That's simply put what the guy is. He does his little act, lasts for a good portion of the chapter. And then we see Road. Yes, Road, the oldest teenager in the world. Yes, and the same girl who's in love with Alan. Yeah, one of two women in love. Well, she's confirmed in love with Alan. Lonnie is implied to be in love with Alan, but it's never officially been confirmed. Mainly because that the writer has not developed the relationship. I personally wouldn't mind. I think it's great. hmm Noah Road, the Noah of Dreams, and well, Cross Marion. Yeah, Cross Marion's here. Oh boy, this guy. Oh boy. My least favorite character of the whole series. Why? Because the guy is so boring. Heck, I'm sure, I don't know how, so I never got a chance to ask Christopher Sabat about this guy, but yeah, I'm sure even he felt as probably I don't know if he liked the character. I personally don't. I think the character's plain boring. He just had a conversation with Rode. Yes, Rode. Who talks about that Mana and the Millennium Earl are pretty much the same person. They're two halves of the same person. Yeah, they revealed this particular arc. Though this is set before Cross met up with Alan. This is probably set about 5 years before that. So yeah. So they talk for a while. Oh yeah, I think with Cross Marion is that he's always seen a lot of the time with a cigarette in his mouth. Why he has cigarettes in his mouth? No idea. The pillar that which Mon the Millennium Earl was predicting when they will come. We see like an image. Ro gets scared. Somebody and it scares her. Nah, I'm fine. Give me your best shot. Well, I'll pull no punches, and you guys take revenge something that doesn't even exist in this world. Wrong again. The pillar did exist. We know I have witnessed it. Does it have to be the same fate? This world is not the one you guys were in. Don't get them mixed up. Her. Wish you told us that 7,000 years earlier, really. We lost a place we could return to. Very true. Those without Noah's memories will never know the despair that one day out of nowhere, the thing appeared and all was gone. Referencing the flood, possibly. Yeah, but it looks like possibly the way this world works is that the reason why we're in Victorian era style stuff is because there was another flood and then Ro transforms into her Noah form for some reason. The cross in her face starts distorting. Says, what's it like when the world ends? Have you? Okay. Yeah. The thing with this chapter is not much happens. Yeah. It's a pretty quick read. Which I kind of beg the question. Why couldn't the writer make this a little bit longer? Because it seems like we keep cutting up before we can actually have something interesting happening. Because you can probably split this chapter into two parts. The first half is basically Ma's clown act. That takes up 50% of the chapter. The other is a conversation between Cross Marion and Rogue Noah. I mean, I like Cross Marion, but at least the conversation was interesting. Yeah, that I found more interesting than Ma's clown act. Yeah, I was a really big fan of that pitch because it felt as though that like you have the chapter drag until we get to somebody familiar, somebody who has shown present day. Yeah, I keep thinking though, how long are we gonna stick in the flashback? How will we stick in the past? Yes, how long are we gonna stick here for? Cause I would like that the series move back to present day. Like, okay, we're developing stuff for these characters fine. Like, why can't the writer, like, I'm sure the writer really likes doing this flashback stuff, revealing a lot about Alan Walker's backstory. Like, you could have revealed this like a little while ago, like little bits of flashback, maybe like a side story, but no. We have to take up a whole portion of an entire story arc basically for this, saying goodbye to Alan Walker. Alan Walker doesn't even appear in this chapter. That's the odd thing. The main character of the series doesn't appear in this chapter. Of course, not the first series I've seen where this has happened, when the main character is absent for a chapter or two. This happened in One Punch Man. This has also happened, I think, in Naruto a few times, where the main character's been absent. Sometimes no explained reason at all. Let's see. I know One Piece this has happened, though at least the anime managed to basically have filler scenes with him, basically physically appearing, despite the fact he gets absent for an entire story arc. Well, mostly except for the opening portion. Yep. What do I give this chapter? I'm going to give it 8.5 out of 10. It's still a decent chapter for what it is, but I don't like having to wait 3 frickin' months for these damn chapters to get released. It's quite stupid. I mean, the chapters are really damn short. I mean, wait 3 months for the next chapter, and it feels as though it's like a chapter comes out weekly. It's like the series really wants to come out weekly, but it can't because it's stuck in a quarterly magazine. That's the problem. Yeah, this is only the 5th chapter I've actually reviewed for the series. The 5th. And I've reviewed the series for over a year. 5 chapters. Even Black Butler reviewed a lot more chapters than that. Heck, if you want to think of a series I've reviewed a ton of chapters for, and this is just the chapters of the manga, it's 7 days in. I've reviewed over 50 chapters for that damn series. Second highest is probably this one. This, 5 chapters in 1 year, all because it comes out once every 3 months. That's my problem with D.Gray Man. But the problem is, from what I heard, is because of the writer's health. Okay, fine. You're not that healthy. Okay, have somebody help you. Like, I don't know, maybe you can contact a guy who, or an artist who basically show influence on, Kelly Jones. He might be able to help. Or probably not Chris Bachalo. Kelly Jones probably be useful for your artwork. Yes. I'm sure Kelly Jones could do an imitation of your artwork just so this manga can come out on time. I mean, I think it'd be better for this series, in my honest opinion. Come out monthly and have the chapters be longer. I mean, if you look at this particular chapter, didn't feel as though it was very long. It felt as though it was only about maybe 10 pages, if you're really lucky about it. Like, how long was this chapter? This chapter was 19 pages. Yep, 19 pages. Even though it felt like, well, reading it felt like it was only 10. That's what it seemed like to me. Of course, it's my honest opinion. Yeah, my only rant is about the publication schedule, not about the chapter itself. Though, I kind of felt as though the chapter, I mean, look at, let's say, Attack on Titan, for example. That comes out once a month, and the chapters are 40 pages long. At least a lot of stuff happens in those pages. This feels like half of a chapter. Or at least, if you're gonna take about 3 months to release a chapter, why? I don't know. Make the chapters freaking longer. Make it longer than 19 freaking pages. Like, I don't know. Maybe we could have it last about 60 pages. That would be nice. You come out once every 3 months. Why not a 60-page chapter? Because it takes so freaking long to release these damn chapters. But that's just my opinion. It's up to you guys, basically, when it comes to it. I mean, I'm still going to review the series. It's just that I don't like the fact I had to wait 3 freaking months. And because the fact that we released this chapter this month, which means the next chapter won't release until freaking January. Yes, I had to wait to the start of next year to get chapter 235. That's not a joke. I really wish it wasn't. Yeah, so this year, how many chapters have we read this year, this series? Like 3-ish. Yeah, 3. Yeah, you got one. Actually, 4. Yeah, 4 freaking chapters. One released in January, one released in April, July, and this month. 4 chapters. Yeah. I'm sure most people forget the series even exists half the time. I mean, people probably know it exists. People probably don't know it's still being published. I'm sure some people probably think it's still in hiatus or something because here's kind of the thing when it comes to the series. I've heard barely a mention of this thing in pop culture. Like, I mean, can you think of anybody who talks positively about the series? Or really talk about the series at all? I mean, the only person I talked the series a little bit with was Todd Heppercorn. He was on the damn series. I think I may have talked to him. I mentioned to him that I have watched the series, but not much else become of it. Yeah, but that's it for this particular review. I have no more reviews planned for today. I was hoping to do at least one more, but that's kind of hard to do right now because of time. So tomorrow, expect currently about 3 videos right now. Basically review the newest episode of One Piece, some new chapter manga, Boruto, and Toshiba Reservoir Chronicle, and definitely, of course, a movie review. Yes. And so I'm going to DVD I have, I'm going to talk about a film that came out 2 years ago, which I do not own a copy of. I kind of wish I did, but yeah. You can talk to that film tomorrow. Okay? Do see you next video. Bye.